boys and girls of the shaft! Welcome back to another exciting episode of Collect the Creatures! Today we're gonna be talking about the most underrated brand new dino in the game. The Deinonychus. I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced. Or as I like to call it, Raptor 1.2 or Rock Drake 0.25. Let's dive right into it and talk about taming. So the Deinonychus is a little bit of a different type of tame. Similar to the Rock Drake, you're gonna find these pits in several areas around the new map, swarming with lots and lots of these critters. There you'll be able to find nests with fertilized eggs. Just grab your eggs and get out of there before you get pounced. Simply incubate the egg, then raise it like any other baby dino in the game. They take whatever meat you have on hand, it doesn't matter. So now that you've got you a Raptor 1.2, what can you do with it? Well, several things. It's got a standard left-click swipe attack, which also inflicts a bleed on your unlucky enemies. You can pounce on players and certain creatures, but the list of dinos you can pounce on is sadly quite limited, actually. Then you can jump and climb sort of like a Rock Drake. I say sort of like the Rock Drake because it's okay, but not nearly as good. It can't glide, but it can jump, sorta, and it can't crawl around on surfaces either. It can hop around, but this is sort of clunky. Here's a tip for you. To make the jumping more predictable, pay attention to where your dino is looking. That's the direction it's gonna jump in. Sadly, the stamina on these guys is sort of trash and drains really quickly, so you won't be spending very long attached to things. Now we have to talk about the main feature of this creature. The Deinonychus has the ability to inflict bleed both with its pounce and with its swipe attack. This is seemingly a very powerful feature. These guys benefit from a pack buff, plus unlike any other dino in the game, they can actually stack bleed debuffs on enemies, up to 5 bleed tags at a time. A bleed tag drains enemy HP over 7 seconds, then can be reapplied over and over. You could have a huge pack of these things just harassing enemy dinos, except the bleed is sort of complete trash. Like, really bad. Like, near useless, actually. Here's the situation. Your first swipe or bite applies a bleed tag which drains a whopping 1% of an enemy's total HP over 7 seconds. Sounds not bad, right? Like 5 bleed tags is a fat 5% HP over around 7 seconds. Could be quite good, right? Wrong. Because every tag after that only applies an extra 0.125%. Again, that's 0.125% bleed damage over 5 seconds. Like, this is a total joke or something. So in the end, with a maximum of 5 bleed tags applied to your target at once, your enemy only takes 1.5% bleed damage in total over 5 seconds. Now, to be more exact, it's more around 1.55% bleed damage, but to simplify, we'll just say 1.5. So that's basically nothing. Your basic swipe attacks do significantly more damage than your bleed does, making the bleed debuff this dino has a nice thought, but something that is pretty much just a vicious, gory looking effect that doesn't really do anything practically. Very disappointing. These might be useful as throwaway dinos for PvP though. Maybe. I'd suggest if you want to keep one of these, go ahead and level HP, melee, and a ton of stamina. If you want these as throwaway dinos, go ahead and level the hell out of HP and melee. There's no point in leveling anything else here. Now, one silver lining, these guys might actually be amazing for taking down single players on foot though, as their tracking on the leap is really, really good and has awesome range. So that might be what they're actually most useful for in the end. So as I said earlier, it's like Raptor 1.2 or Rock Drake 0.5 because it's maybe a little bit more useful and better than a Raptor, but kind of mediocre, while basically being like a worse Rock Drake in every way. So I give this dino a 4 out of 10. We'll see if anyone finds anything clever that you can do with it, but I'm not terribly impressed personally. Big thanks to our Discord user, KillEmUp59, for all of his amazing help with this video. And if you want to play with this new creature and map, join our Discord, link below. We have a PvE and a PvP server you can tool around on and have a lot of fun with us on.